You know, when I was younger in Brooklyn, let's say whatever it was, 18 years old, I didn't really understand a lot of things that were going on that were like fronts. You understand? I didn't get it. It took me a few more years of my life, you know what I mean? So it was so funny because all my friends like kind of like laughed at me because they knew all the fronts. I was still a little naive. You understand? Okay. So there was this place on 18th Avenue. I forget the name of it. It was a psychic. I forget the name of it. Was let's call it Tina. Okay, Tina's psychic. Okay, so I never will forget this. So I walk in, and there's this older, kind of like very weird looking woman, but she was dressed very like provocative. And I'm thinking to myself, like for a psychic, like let's just say she was showing some things. You're very, very sexy. So whatever. I'm just like, I'm like, look, I'd like to get a reading. Don't ask me why I even did this. I never went to a psychic before. And I just said to myself one day, I don't know, I was like, you know what, maybe I just want to see what it's all about. I want to see, the whole thing with the what do you call those things? The tarot cards, and they sit down and maybe she's going to tell me I'm going to become the next billionaire. I don't know. Maybe I'm going to be a famous rock star, famous musician. I just decided one day, let me try this. So I sat down with this woman. Again, we're going to call her Tina because I care. I really honestly don't remember her name. It actually might be Tina. So anyway, we sit down and she goes, what would you like to do today? So I was like, look, I said, this is the first time I ever did this. She's like, oh, okay, very, very good. And I'm like, I mean, whatever your basic package is, right? So she goes, come with me. So I'm thinking, I don't know, where am I going, right? So we walk in, it's a bedroom. There's like a room, it has a bed, and she's got all these candles, and then she puts on this like very like tranquil music. And I'm like, what the F is going I don't know what's going on. She says, sit on the bed. She goes, get comfortable. Would you like anything to drink? I'm like, no, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. So I'm still waiting for the tarot cards. I'm like, where's the tarot cards? Where's this? Where's that? Next thing I know, she comes in naked. She comes in naked. I'm like, now you have to understand something. First of all, this was like a woman. I say she probably was in her 60s. I was a little grossed out. Like, you know how sometimes you make fun of me with younger girls? Well, let's put it to you this way. I don't like the mold. That I can tell you, okay? That I can tell you. So you make fun of me with the younger ones, but this one was like, I'm thinking she's like my mother or something. I was 18 years old. The woman was like maybe 63. I don't know how old she was. She walks in naked. She tells me, listen, $100 full service. Now, once again, I'm like, look, I said, I don't know if this is part of the psychic process here. I honestly, I was like, I don't think it is. I don't think you need to be naked to tell my future. But I said, listen, I'm just going to get out of here. And she goes, okay, I'll tell you what, I'll do it for 50. I said, you could do it for 40. I said, I'm out. So anyway, I just learned, my point was it really wasn't a psychic business. It was, it is what it is. Do I have to say it? You all understand. You got me, okay? Now, if she was younger, it might have been a different story. Oh!